How's everybody's dry January going?
Dry January?
Mm-hmm.
We're celebrating Dry January.
Right, cheers.
Hey, here's to all of our fallen soldiers out there. Hope to pick you back up in February, guys.
Yeah, I guess it's like moist January, right? Moist, you know?
Mine's soaking fucking wet.
These are Colorado Kool-Aids, and they don't even count, okay? Drinking is like the hard stuff.
Yeah, and I haven't had any of that like all day.
Budweiser and stuff, you know?
The Shiner box.
Anything over 5%, you're drinking alcohol.
We're going to drink alcohol later then because I'm pretty sure the beer I brought was over that.
We'll see.
Yeah, it may not be. I may be wrong.
Well, I guess anybody coming off the Christmas time of the year and then falling right into New Year's and the celebrations that go on with that. After that, I'm sure a lot of people are like, you know what? I just need a break.
From drinking?
From drinking.
No, that's
I'm
exactly.
going dry January and then probably like maybe 3 or 4 days, like maybe I just might have been a little too...
Yeah, hasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Let me just think about this for a minute.
This is what happens when you go home and tell your wife, I'm not drinking, I'm done with it, right? And then 2 weeks into it, you're like, look, man, this is not going to work out. But think about what you just got through talking about. You're talking about Christmas and you're talking about New Year's. What I'm really talking about, the gauntlet. We just ran the gauntlet. And the gauntlet, it really is, it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year. Like, that's when it really just starts to pick up. You know, family members come in for Thanksgiving. There's football on. It's one of those things where you're like, man, let's drink. Let's watch. Plus, your family's there, right? So there's like people driving people nuts. You're like, got to drink, you know? Christmas.
I think for certain families, there's different aspects of it. There's like, I drink because I don't like my family. And then there's, I drink because
my family drinks.
My family's awesome. And we're
all
just
alcoholics, right?
I'm just going to say awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds better.
Birthdays, drinking. Doesn't matter if you're a kid or not. I'm just saying, go back to Halloween. Halloween night for us, we have a cooler full of beer. We're cooking hot dogs and hanging out, and we're handing out candy to trick or treaters. Mm-hmm. That's what we do.
Okay, Halloween. I did drink a little bit. Halloween, we were rolling around in the golf cart with the kids and drinking our curveball and cokes and whatnot. But I don't really drink much on Thanksgiving or on Christmas. But New Year's,
really,
I think it turned up.
What do you do on Christmas Eve?
I mean, I think I had a couple beers, but I didn't get drunk.
Stop.
I didn't
drink. Yeah, okay. Didn't drink.
I didn't drink.
Just had a couple of drinks.
Well, is this alcohol or not? This is Coors Light. This is what I had.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
you're not an alcoholic. It's perfect. You can admit it.
Mostly, my drinking happens here with you.
Yeah.
Degenerates.
Perfect. Cheers to that.
Thank you. Yeah, I saw a guy on TikTok. He has a little whiteboard out explaining dry January, and he's like, okay, dry January, and then but if there is a birthday party, then we will maybe drink a beer or two on that one right there, but that doesn't count. And then that comes into, okay, let me scratch that. So if there is football playing, which we're going to have football playoffs coming up in here, so then we're going to go into, and he just kept going on and on.
Circling
like,
days.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, shit.
It's like one random Tuesday where you're not going to drink.
Exactly. He's like, hey, but we don't drink these days. So and I was like, God damn, his math checked out, dude. And I'm like,
it's that girl
shit.
math.
Yeah. It's guy math.
So you guys are just come right off of a boat, literally.
Yeah.
Right?
Come off a boat.
Yeah, literally.
Tuesday, we landed.
How was that?
We took a cruise, man. We took a cruise on the last week. We left. We showed back up this week on Tuesday. A little 5-dayer. It was good.
6 days. We got a free day. I didn't even know. We got on the boat. I thought we were getting off the boat on Monday. My wife was like, nah, it's Tuesday. I was like, shit.
That's
It's a good thing I packed extra clothes because, I don't know, it was great. I feel like I got a free day.
I only accounted for 5 days of underwear, so.
Yeah.
Turned them inside out. I just wore swim trunks one day.
Got a free ball that day. So I was really worried about the cruise because you're like get on the cruise and you're like, you're stuck. You got 1 million people. You can't get anything.
It's so big.
It's very big, but there's so much going on. Mm-hmm. The cruise that I never felt like I couldn't get what I wanted or go where I wanted or do what I wanted or stand in these crazy lines or anything. I thought the food was overall pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't eat any of the buffets at all.
Yeah, I had a breakfast buffet one morning because I didn't see anything else open, but they actually have breakfast tacos and breakfast burritos going on.
Those are pretty good.
They are pretty good.
Yeah.
The day they have smash burgers. Guy Fieri's smash burgers are happening. You've got pasta,
fresh pizza.
Fresh pizza. You can get a pizza 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. They
Real
don't judge
pizza.
you.
They're rolling the dough out right in front of you.
They don't judge you. They don't care. Whatever.
I took 3 plates full the other day.
At 4:30 in the morning, I can barely get the word pizza out. I'm standing there. I'm swaying.
On the pizza.
There's no pizza. And the guy's like, because he's like, what? I was like, he knew. He's like, what do you want on it? And I was just like, I want that. That's what I want. So got my pizza. I stumbled all the way back to my room. I ate that motherfucker in the dark by myself in my room. It was so sad, right?
Where was Amy at?
Sounds
Sleep.
happy.
It's 4:30 in the morning, James.
Oh.
Nobody's up at 4:30 in the morning. I took a video of the ship, like just walking through there, like nobody.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I actually got to the pizza area and there was 2 people sitting at a table. I was like, oh shit, that's weird. I tried to straighten up a little bit, but there was no straightening up. I mean,
Do they section off like certain areas of the boat later on towards the evening?
No. I mean, there's
4 o'clock in the morning.
no.
You can't go on front deck just overlooking the water.
I was on
You definitely
I
can,
was
yeah.
on
Yeah.
deck.
Some of the buffets and stuff closed down, but you can get food any time of day, and you can go pretty much anywhere. There's a couple of rooms I'd knock on their door and they wouldn't let me in, but for the most part, you can go wherever you want.
Yeah.
I'd just be surprised because just somebody that's just like tanked like Jan is. And I'm not saying you're a tank, but you're a tank,
Super tank.
and just having
tanker.
free range of the boat, and then maybe just checking out the bow, the stern.
What's that?
And just looking over like, oh,
What's that button do?
What is that right there? And then next thing you know, you're overboard and
I almost
Done.
Here's the deal. There was a part of me that I almost went down to the guys, the pig and what do you call it, anchor. Mm-hmm. I almost went down there to fucking go and give them pointers for their.
You should have.
Dude,
They
I was
needed
so
some.
smashed, and I was like, I got on the 5th floor. I'm walking through the casino. I'm headed that way, and I was like, I'm gonna tell them how to barbecue.
Oh, we should have.
I'm gonna tell them how to.
For those
Did
that
you bring
don't
a
know
card?
what you're talking about, Pig and Anchor, they have a barbecue restaurant on the ship. And they had real smokers.
Yeah,
So.
rotisseries on board.
Southern Prides or whatever it was.
They're killing it on board. I mean, the food was just kind of it was there. Right?
Wasn't the worst
Yeah,
thing I've ever had.
So check out. We did put out a video. John put out a video of a review on that restaurant, and but you see him cutting the brisket. It was a weird way of cutting brisket.
what are you
I don't know
doing,
what
bro?
that was. Like it turned sideways, and they're like just stripping it out. I don't know. It was really weird.
he was like coring out the center of the brisket.
right.
Like, well, that's the fat in the middle.
The ice
Just
cream scoop.
leave that in there and just cut it.
Yeah, he didn't
Cut
know.
it the normal way.
He didn't know. Overall, man, like 10 out of 10. Like I would recommend. Like I
Not
never
the barbecue place.
No. I'm
ship.
saying the ship, the whole thing. But I think the time of year we went also played a factor in that. You know, like New Year's on a boat,
So cool, bro.
right? I mean, it was just
The deck, like the main area where the party happens, where all it was just fucking cool, man. It was packed, and everybody was getting lit, turn up. It was super fun.
It starts so like 7 o'clock in the morning. You're getting up, and you're like, I'm gonna have Bloody Mary. Walk over like Bloody Mary, boom. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, especially Jan.
15 drink minimum or maximum. That was the only like
Maximum.
You think like it's okay. It's not hard to drink 15 drinks, okay, in a day. If you start in the morning, for sure, you're going to hit that. But I tried to do this, like I tried to have a fun time during the day and really kind of have like an evening. 15 drinks at nighttime, it becomes a chore at some point, you know?
It's tough. I never hit it.
Oh, I hit it multiple nights.
The first day I may have, because they don't count them the first day. But there was, maybe it was New Year's Eve. I think I got up to like 12 or 13, but I didn't start drinking until we got to dinner.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it was-
right.
I was shitty drunk, but
Yeah. Well, I get Perkins' daughter on the boat, and I'm at drink 13, and she's like, "Give me a drink." I'm like, "No,
I only got two
I
left,
got
lady.
2 more. They're going to cut me off here." So much so the night before I hit my 15, I had Amy's card, and I go up to the bar. I'm like, "Hey man, give me." He goes like, "Amy?" I go, "Yeah, man, it's me." He goes, "No, man, where's Amy?" I was like, "Oh, she's got my card. I got hers." And he's like, he can look me up. He knows how many drinks I've
Right,
had.
there's a picture of you. They scan it. Your picture comes up.
Yeah, right. I'm like, that's me before I had my surgery. Get my damn drink, right?
Don't you judge me?
Yeah. So I thought about everything. And he goes like, nah, man. He's like, I know what room you're in. I can see. I'm like, you got to get Amy. I was like, man, she's asleep. No, come on. Like, I can wake her up. Don't think I won't wake her up.
Hey, did they actually cut you off, or did they just make you start paying for it?
No. You can't buy anymore.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
I don't know, man. I didn't ask that question because I was shit-faced. So I didn't need it anymore.
You didn't need it anymore?
I would just, you know how you get used to like repetition?
Right. You have
You're
empty hands.
It's empty. I got to get another one. Right? And you're like, just go get another one. So I was like, whatever. I'm on the tables. I'm playing anyways. Gambling was so much fun. I mean, I killed it.
I did not.
I won so much on the first day, or second day, whatever it was. It paid for my excursion in cash. So I mean, like $400 or $500 just to drop. Like, okay, I was like, oh, it's free money. I don't care. Hey, oh, what tip? Here's $100 tip for you, buddy. Right? I don't give a shit. Right?
Right thing you did. And the next day, you're like,
$400 back. I'm gonna go gamble some more. But each day, I hit them for like $200 here, $380 over here. Just I don't know. Just all added up. It was just I killed it, man.
Dude,
it was
beautiful.
So good.
It was a good time. Super fun.
Yeah.
What was the best part? What was the best part on the boat?
Oh man, best part of the whole boat. I think so. The piano bar was pretty badass. They have a lot of intricate games going on and whatever else. Denny threw down some money.
First night where they were at the piano bar.
Oh, I am on
threw down $100 bill and said to the piano bar guy, "Hey,
yeah, go embarrass him.
Embarrass Jan.
Yeah,
tell Jan he's a bitch.
Yeah.
And that shit spread like wildfire. Next thing we know, Jan's up there on stage singing with the piano bar guy, and he's got an entourage of like 30 freaking teenagers and
just normal people too, man.
Yeah, like everywhere we went after that, it was like, hey, where's Jan? Hey, where's Jan? I was like, look, man, Jan's cool, but like,
leave him alone.
Oh, Jan does a podcast. I'm like, yeah, I do a podcast. Jan's part of my podcast.
That's what he told me. He goes, he's like, John said you're part of his. And I said, all right, yeah, whatever, sounds good. Yeah, I never played into anything, but it was
amazing.
Amy went to bed early. Oh, dude, next day, so many people walked up. Hey, Jan, what's up? People come out of the comedy club. Jan, what's up? I mean, the piano player on the second day stopped the whole show. Jan's in the house. What's up, Jan? Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, just every little thing happening.
Oh, it just worked in your favor. We thought we were embarrassing you. We just made you a damn celebrity on the ship.
You created a monster. Is what happened.
It was pretty awesome.
I was getting off the boat, waiting in line for the shuttle to go to my truck. People walking past, yelling, Jan, hey, what's up? I mean, I was like, yeah, what's up? Jan fans. That's what we're calling them. What's up, Jan fans?
Did you ever think that maybe you have a career in the cruise ship industry?
No.
Like you're the guy that goes and just hypes everybody up. You know what I mean? Like pumping up the drink sales, pumping up the casino. You're just in the piano bar.
Yeah.
No.
I could be.
You could be. You could definitely be.
What if they hire you right on the spot? Hey, Jan, $250K. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll live on a cruise.
Cruise life.
I'll just be drunk Jan 24/7. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, listen, we have Kell.
We got Kell. It's time for the Hot Off the Grill barbecue news brought to you by the NBBQA and Barbecue News Magazine. But it's a special one tonight because we got the man himself in the house, and he's going to kind of help us talk a little bit about the news. And that's our buddy Kell Phelps. Kell Phelps in the house. This is time for that barbecue news, and Kell's going to talk to us a little bit about an upcoming event that I'm super excited about. What's going on, brother?
Saw you guys. Hi, man. Hope the new year's soft smoking for you, man.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
You guys looking professional, man. All this high class looking deal, the live show the other night, man, I'll tell you what.
We've upgraded.
You boys gonna own the game here before long, right?
Come on, we're trying. Hey, listen, we're just trying to take after you a little bit. You showed us how it's done, and we're just trying to take a few notes out of the playbook.
Boys, I ain't doing nothing but riding coattails now. Come on, y'all know that's the truth. That's the truth.
Well, I finally got these guys to get off a boat. They've been like the boat life just the whole last week or so. I'm like, guys, let's get back to the grind and let's go.
Yeah.
I saw a man and I saw him New Year's dressed up, tux deal, whatever. I didn't know. I thought maybe they got the governor's mansion New Year's party deal or something, and then realized they were on a cruise ship. And I said, well, that's probably a better one to drink a little more there anyway. So
we drink everything there. It was a dry ship by the time we got off.
That's right. They were all carrying on bottles and beer. I was like, yeah, that's me. I did that. You're welcome.
There's like an emergency whistle or a bell or something that goes off. Like, guys, we're running low. Like we got like at least half the cruise left to go, and we are bottom.
Cut these two guys off. We'll be fine.
These guys off.
Yeah, well, so here's what I know. I guarantee you, as that thing was streaming across before they docked, you know, the white stream of bubbles or whatever, man, it was probably a big yellow stream back there. And then the little markers on the ship, it probably just kept getting, you know, taller and taller out of the water as y'all drink more beer. So, you know, you sound the horn when you come in, then there come the beer trucks loaded back up with more. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think that's what happened.
100%.
I have no doubt. I mean, I can see that plain as day, man. So.
How you been, brother?
We're good, man. We're good. We're just awful busy. You know, this is kind of our go time. And it's crazy that it happens right during the holidays and all that while you're trying to do some downtime, family time stuff or whatever. But for us, planning the conference and all that stuff, man, it's been crazy, but it is going to be crazy good when it gets here in a few weeks, no doubt.
So excited about this thing. We just booked our rooms. I hope we get a lot of listeners. I know there's going to be a ton of people there. You had so many people enter the awards of excellence. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, that was the biggest awards of excellence deal we've ever had. Close to 600 total entries there with sauce rubs, books, photographs, man, you name it. And we just a crazy response. But that's, you know, that shows we're doing something that folks like. So that's a good thing.
No, 100%. I think that's exactly that's a great tell of is how you guys are growing and niching out. I mean, obviously you guys have been around for a long time and nobody has to say your name or whatever else, but it is growing. This is a growing field that we're in, but you guys specifically are growing and it shows. I cannot wait to get out there and see just the changes from when we were there last time to see, you know, the different classes y'all are putting on. I think there's a competition. I'll let you speak into this and whatever else, but we are pumped, man. We are super excited. Just get there and share the message and just be a part of it.
Listen, man, we couldn't do it without you guys. I mean, since we hooked up with you guys, I never forget the first time you guys come to Fort Worth. It was like, well, you know, we don't really know what to do. I said, just fit in, man. We'll send people to you and do your thing. And so it will definitely be a little different this year. Pedrati's Ranch, I don't know if you guys have ever been out there, San Antonio or not. It has that kind of feel to the River Ranch. It's a facility that we'll have on our own. So it's not like we're in a conference center or something like that. So excited about that opportunity again. And but having the opportunity to share some of the live fire stuff with people. I can tell you the amount of live fire stuff that'll be going on. I've never been around that much of it. But we have 3 different sessions of it Wednesday night. We'll do it again on Friday when we eat dinner. And then Saturday, we're looking for about 1,000 folks to come hang out with us. We'll have about 7 different live fire rigs with, oh my gosh, everybody from Al Fragoni, SMP Grillers out of Monterey, Tuffy Stone, Mark Lambert, Boar's Not Out guys. Of course, Mike Starr with Blazing Star Barbecue, he'll be there. And Al Fragoni is actually doing a little intimate VIP class. 10 people he's going to take out back for about 2.5-3 hours and show them exactly what he does, how he does it, and why he does it. So
Wow.
That is awesome. So if folks want to sign up still, I know the date of the public, the live fire thing on Saturday, they can still get into that. What about the rest of the NBBQA? Can folks still sign up for that?
absolutely, man. So check us out on the website. NBBQA.org is where all the tickets are at, all the explanations of the events, the schedule of events. The entire conference kicks off on Wednesday. We start with a bus tour, hitting 3 different places there. Awesome places. The Smoke Shack is one of them, a little smaller place. Black's Barbecue over New Brumfels.
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe Pinkerton's right downtown. We're hitting those 3 places, and then we'll come back. We'll do our welcome reception deal, sponsored by Prairie Fresh. We're going to have a little live fire cook-off that night. Have 2 different teams competing, some celebrity judges, and everybody mingling, and of course, plenty of beer, drinks, all that good stuff will be flowing too. We've actually got it set up this year so that we got shuttle service because we're away from our hotel place. We'll have a shuttle service running all the time throughout the day and into the evening, back and forth from the ranch to the hotel where our host hotel is. So no worries with that. Thursday morning, Tuffy Stone kicks off with our keynote speech. He's been in Brazil doing a lot of live fire this year. He's going to tell us what he's seen and what he's witnessed about barbecue growing across the world, not just what he knows about here in the States, which there ain't much he don't know here in the States. But yeah, and then the classes start Thursday, Friday, different sessions. We've got everything from competition to the kind of one-on-one meet the masters guys, where we all kind of line up and we set these well-known barbecue guys in different fields. We sit them down, and then we just take turns going and visit them with them for about 5 minutes. Ask them anything you want to right there, one-on-one, and then we'll ring a bell. It's almost like a speed dating with your favorite barbecue guy. So
that sounds cool. We're gonna have to get the microphone, little portable microphone, and the camera set up and run through that gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yep, no doubt. That's a cool deal. And then of course Friday night we'll do the live fire dinner. I don't know what all's on the menu yet. We're still working with some guys, even lobster company. They're talking about maybe doing some grilled lobster right on the coals, such as that. But anxious to see how all that turns out, because with these guys cooking, man, I don't. It don't matter what it is; it's gonna be good. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
Yeah. And
then, of course, the Rhinestone Cowboy cook-off on Friday night. I'll even have to break out my original Rhinestone Cowboy hat, man. I may even bring that thing to Texas with me. Yeah, so that thing will be held Friday night. We've got just ordered 3 brand new coolers as our prize. Icy Tech going to engrave some coolers to give away for the first, second, third top stakes that night, and the winner will actually get paid and get the Rhinestone Cowboy hat and become part of that fraternity as well. So and then of course Saturday will be a live day, wide open, man. Hope to get 1,000 folks up in there to witness some of the live fire stuff, some of the other vendors who will be there as well throughout the week. Finish it off that way with a big bang. So
yeah, no, it's what I love about this. Is just, obviously, the cooking and the camaraderie you're going to have, but on top of that, it's barbecue's a business, and you've got a lot of networking happening at this event. So it's not just for people that want to go and learn how to competition cook, or not for somebody that wants to go and see some live fire demonstrations. If you've got something out there you're trying to get in the market with, this is your chance to get into a facility and be immersed in people that are already doing what you want to do, right? And that's the biggest, if they talk about how to be successful, and it's like, well, find somebody that's successful already and mirror them, right? And you hear that, and I think this is what you're bringing, is an avenue for not just one avenue. It's all roads. There's multiple roads that lead to this, and it's finding out what niche or what excites you about this, and find that product there and run with it. Not even to mention the vendors. You're gonna have other vendors there showcasing their stuff. So you go in and see something. Man, I didn't know this even existed. Yeah, it's right here. So,
and they're all an open book. Everybody is so willing to share their knowledge and their skills and everything else. But if you are just looking for some food, come out there Saturday, because there's going to be a ton of it, and it's going to be delicious.
That's right.
Yeah,
it's going to be good, man. It's that's kind of what made NBBQA what it's all about, is the networking, people sharing their ideas, and talking about what's going on in the industry. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of deals and friendships made there at the conference or whatever, but the biggest is at the bar afterwards. I mean, that's where you want to go. That's where the stories that live on forever and ever and ever are told there. So and we got a great place there at a loft down by the University of San Antonio this year. Be a host hotel, cooking breakfast for us, so we don't have to do that this year. And actually, I think the room rate's like 109 or 110 or something like that, and then the tax or whatever on it. But the bar's going to stay open until like 3 every night for us. So we'll be good to go. So
come on,
so good. I mean, I'm telling you exactly what he's saying. When we went I guess the year before last up there in Fort Worth, that first night we walked into the bar, and it was Brad and Brooke from the Shed in there, and Meathead, and all these other legends just sitting around, and they were like, "Oh yeah, pull up a chair." I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Right.
It's amazing. It's so much fun.
Seat taken?
Right?
Can I sit here?
Can I sit? Scoot over. I'm going to sit right in between Brooke and Brad, and now they've been on the show multiple times. Awesome friends. It's just so much fun.
So now, see, you understand how the cycle works now that you've been there for a while.
Yep.
Now there'll probably be a couple of guys doing podcasts or new stuff. Come, hey man, I've seen you guys show, man. How do you do this and how do you do that? So it'd be your turn to give back now. So that's kind of what we're all about and how we roll. So definitely excited about it, and just super honored to have you guys come hang out with us again for sure.
Honors on us, man. Listen, this is something we talk about
all year.
Yeah, I mean, on a weekly basis, it probably comes up. I don't know how many times, at least a couple of times on a weekly basis. We talk about NBBQA. We talk about the new events coming up. Hey, and we even talk about getting more involved. And it's like, okay, how do we? It's like, okay, well, let's talk. Maybe next year we can do something else out there. Maybe we can keep doing more. That's the whole premise of this. I mean, we are so thankful just to even have met you guys and just to be out there just rubbing elbows. So it's pretty special for us, to be honest.
Cool. Well, get ready, because we're hoping to do more of it.
Come on.
Several more events coming up here in the next year. So working on it. So we'll be riding your coattails on that thing too. So
all right, buddy.
Love it, brother. Hey, Kell, we appreciate you. And this is going to be a more frequent thing. So probably every, I don't know, maybe a month, every couple of months, Kell going to come on and talk about whatever's going on with NBBQA, the barbecue news, and keep us up to date on all of that stuff.
Yep.
Man, listen, anytime you guys want to holler, man, shoot me that link. I'll be there, brother.
You got it, brother.
We appreciate it, brother.
Tell everybody we say hello. Tell Janet we said hello.
Yep. Give big hugs.
Yep.
You got it, guys. Happy New Year. Take care, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year. Man.
Yes.
Love this guy. I mean, the whole thing. You know what I mean? Just, and it's, Like I said before,
I didn't even get a word in edgewords.
You don't need one.
You're just like,
you don't need one, James. We know how
people that are out there that are tuning in for the first time or tuning in that they've heard our segment on the podcast where it's the barbecue news, where we have the barbecue news magazine which sponsors it, and of course you got Janet and Kell Phelps with the NBBQA, and they put this conference on, and you go to the website. It's just not just one conference a year. This is a whole year thing that they organize, and there's events, there's stuff. So being a part of the NBBQA, it's just not just one conference that you get to go to or whatever. You know what I mean? But this one conference is the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's so much fun, bro.
Yeah.
It's
And everybody in this whole industry, the guys that you've been seeing on social media, the ones that you've been looking up to, as far as like the pit masters and like you mentioned, Tuffy Stone and Al Fergoni, and these people that have been cooking and doing these classes, and everybody is in one spot at one time.
Mo K-Song was there last time. Matt Pittman, all of them.
Yeah, and to be able to go and like rub elbows with them, so to speak, and knock back a couple of beers and shoot a little shit. Hopefully, not make yourself look like a dumbass and say some stupid shit. You know,
just be a dumbass.
It is what it is.
Have that one guy that ghosted us on the podcast, and we're like, "Oh, you know that guy?
Yeah, don't say his name.
That guy's an asshole."
Fine.
Yeah,
Just
right.
kidding.
He's probably the nicest guy in the world, and just something slipped through the crack.
It happens.
We'll leave that one alone. It's fine.
It happens.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine.
It's
We're
one of
coming
those
for you,
deals.
buddy.
Anybody that's in the, like you mentioned earlier, anybody in the industry, anybody in just the barbecue realm, whether you have a podcast or whether you have a social media thing that you're trying to get off, and it's nice to go meet these people, because once you meet them, then now you're in. It's
not
I'm
a
not saying
secret.
you're
You're
in.
not in. It's not a secret.
Yeah,
It's
that's
just-
not what I'm saying. It's like, but once you meet them, you're friends with. You're not friends with them, but
Look, you realize
You know
that
what I'm
it's
talking
not. Yeah, you realize it's not a secret society.
Right.
You're the only person holding yourself back once you go there.
Right.
Because when you walk in, everybody's so inviting, and they're like, "Hey, who are you? Like, what are you about? What's your goal? Like, what do you want to be doing in 2 years? Like, what's your first year goal?" And there,
like, why are you being so nice to me?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Let me check to see if I got my wallet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, can I just get a real big shout out real quick? Here's to you ready, James? You gotta put your beer in the air.
In the air.
Yeah.
Just like that?
Here's to moist Januaries. It's just
Okay.
moist Januaries. There you go, buddy. Here, cheers. Cheers, guys. Booyah.
Yeah. I feel like that's probably where everybody goes wrong. They just go totally wet. You know what I mean? All the months they just go wet. You got to stay moist. You got to keep it in between the lines.
Mayonnaise and the mustard.
You only
Exactly.
never kept it between mayonnaise and mustard in your life.
Oh yeah, keep it between the mayonnaise and the mustard, and you'll be fine in life, man. Once you get outside the lines, you're getting pulled over.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me the other day, it was like, "What's that mean?" I was like, "The line in the road." There's a
was
yellow.
me.
Was it you?
That was on the show. Like,
Okay,
a couple
yellow.
weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
What happens if you get into the tomato sauce, the ketchup?
You're going to jail.
You in the wrong sandwich.
Yeah. You're going to jail, son. No, I mean this is I don't know what to say about that. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yep. Great talking to Kell. Hopefully we can get him on, every episode.
Yeah,
or
we'll-
at least
we'll-
every couple
monthly or
episodes,
something,
just to
yeah.
hear what
Yeah.
he's got going on.
Whatever.
I'd love to hear that.
keep
You guys
burping.
didn't even, you guys didn't even ask me how my
We don't care.
New Year's
Yeah.
was. You're all just boat setting,
how was your New
boat
Year?
setting all over across the globe.
We're cruisers.
What was
bro.
your favorite destination? How many destinations did you guys have?
Just a couple. I like Cozumel.
Cozumel or Cozumel?
Whatever.
You like Cozumel? I like Cozumel as well. It's like a. What'd you say?
Cozumel.
It's Cozumel.
Yeah, well, it depends on how you say it.
No,
I
not
was
really.
The locals say Cozumel.
Well,
you
no.
all are from up here, so it's
I think-
fine. But
Wait, our locals or their locals?
right,
So this is what I think, John. I think it is in all how you say it. It's just one says it right and one says it wrong.
yeah. So don't say it wrong anymore.
Yeah, Cozumel was phenomenal. It was a little chilly, right? It was a little windy, a little rainy, a little bit, but it kind of cleared up. The water was kind of cool. If it had been warmer, I think it would have been just a great day.
It was it's definitely a little cool there.
But the drinks, dude.
Yeah, because they were unlimited.
Yeah, the Gatorade drinks.
Bro, I may switch to Tecate Light because it was literally like drinking water. They may have just been filling the cans up with water. It was just easy to drink, man.
Tecate's good, man, but it just I needed. I was looking for like, didn't we got an IPA back there or something? Like, can I get something a little more? It was good. I drank. Well, dude, every time I would turn around, you bring me a beer. Like I just kept drinking beer.
You walked in the damn gate and I had a beer for you.
Yeah, he did. He's waiting for me. And then literally I took a drink of a beer and he goes, here's a beer. And I'm like, I got one. He's like, here's another one. I was like, oh, okay, great. And then I set one down and I'm drinking it and he's like, here's another beer. I'm like, oh, okay, great. And he's like, at one point I got to slam these beers, right? So you just do what you got to do. That was fun. Progresso was fun for me in a different way. It was just Amy and I and Lily. And that was more of a memorable experience, I guess.
So like the tomato sauce?
Because they had the Sonoras,
like the soup.
The underground, yeah, kind of.
The soup. Is it the soup?
Progresso soup?
It's in Yucatan.
You're thinking Prego.
Prego.
Okay.
Thank you.
But they have no, like, the river systems, right? Everything's below ground river systems, and just navigating that, and just we floated a river, and then that went into like this cave, and I call them Sonoras, and dude, it was phenomenal. It was so beautiful. I can't even. I don't have the words for it. My vocabulary doesn't go that high.
Yeah.
So, I was in love with it, and the grinding corn and out there in front of you, and making the fresh corn tortillas and cooking that over an open fire. Out there and having fresh tacos and just, you know what I mean? The whole experience was just, well, it was amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
that. But so James, how was yours? What'd you do?
Mine was great. We went and visited friends up in LaGrange and celebrated New Year's up there. It's funny when you might have experienced this a little bit yourselves, and probably the people that are listening along has probably have gone through this as well. But when you get together with friends for the not first time that you haven't seen in a long time, or you go to a new destination, and the first day, the first just your I guess nature is to like, let's have fun.
Let's roll.
And you tear it up. And you really tear it up. You tear it up to the extent that like the next day you're like, and then maybe the day after, or when you're supposed to have something, like New Year's or maybe a concert or something like that, it's just like, well, because you ruined yourself.
I've already done that.
You ruined yourself the first
You're
night,
still
right?
sick.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Did you guys experience that on the boat, or
day one on the boat? We got shitty drunk, and I backed off basically until New Year's, but not your brother.
No.
Next morning, he was drinking Bloody Marys.
Here's a secret, okay? And this is a secret to this. You get shit-faced in the morning, and then not shit-faced. You get a couple of drinks in the morning, but you want a good stiff drink, right? And that loosens you up to a point where you feel like you just pulled up and saw your best friend for the first time in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's that whole feeling you have. You're like, oh,
yeah,
hey, let's go, man. But you both got to do it. So
we call it alcoholism.
Yeah,
it's fine.
It's fine.
So we one of the days we roll up there early. Well, first day we obviously you hang out. The next day that's when I think Saturday. I think it's when Laura and Janae kind of just cut loose a little bit. Me and Dusty went off on our own little separate venture, and then Laura and Janae went off on theirs. They had the kids. They were going shopping, trying to buy them sparkly stuff for New Year's. And Dusty's like, hey, I'm going to take you out to this South Texas tack shop in Brenham. So we ended up driving to Brenham. And that pretty badass, cool place. I don't know if you guys ever have a chance to check that out, but it is a tack place where you can go in there and get any type of equine equipment.
Equestrian?
Equine, yeah.
Horses?
You can get Wranglers, shirt, apparel, also hats, boots, everything.
No shit.
They have everything there. Also, they have a bar smack down right
I was
there
just
in the
going to
middle
ask,
of
do
it.
they have an open bar?
Yeah, you can just roll up and just like, boom, let me get a beer while I'm just rolling around checking out hats and
I do like
jeans
that.
and
Stay there and drink.
Yeah, it's like Cavender's with a bar.
There's
we
like
didn't purchase anything.
You know, they got a grocery store with a bar in the middle of it, right?
Purchased beer
In Houston.
Yeah.
They have a grocery store Like it's like a Kroger's or an HEB.
Isn't there some HEBs that have a?
They have a bar.
Yeah.
Like you sit there and just drink beer.
Anyways, continue on.
Yeah,
exactly.
we love
But
this.
We're right there. Just all the people coming in and out, searching their stuff out, whatever, as far as buying whatever. So we had a good time. Apparently, Laura and Janae, they had a really good time.
Good for
and
them.
then by the time we get back to LaGrange, it was on, and so we had a great time. We bounced around to different restaurants, and next thing you know, we're watching at the Cowboys game at Back Porch Barbecue. That was fun, and then rolled back to the house. Needless to say, it's like the next morning woke up as New Year's Eve, and that's the day we're gonna,
Gotta do Bloody Marys in the morning, man.
there were no Bloody
Micheladas.
Marys in the morning.
Micheladas.
Everybody just didn't drink all the way up until
Midnight?
Midnight.
probably like 7, 8,
Gross.
whatever time we got there.
Fail.
Then it was just like
Fail.
Get your shit
it
together.
was like
Say it
just
again.
a little
Fail.
one of those like little rockets and little bottle rockets. Just,
Oh, it took off.
you know what I mean?
Did it go ever just
It
take
took
off?
a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
like petered
yeah.
out.
There was no
Oh,
grand
that's fun.
finale. It was
Hey,
like,
I got some snaps. Hey,
But-
watch your feet. I got you.
Yeah. So we hit midnight. We had fun. Dusty and Janae and Derek and Corinne, their friend Nick and Jocelyn, they own one of these Weigler's Bakery, and I think it's a partnership that they have going on. They're setting multiple locations. So they had the New Year's party at their house. Had a brand new like a little barndominium style house that Nick just put together himself.
Yeah.
Super awesome. Beautiful home. So they had some fireworks that they kids lit off and all that stuff like that. So perfect, great little night or whatever. Derek, he was like, "Hey, you want some?" Yeah, he was like, "I'm drinking beer," and I'm to this point in this party. I'm like, I was like, "What are you drinking, Derek?" He's like, "Oh, I got some Makers in the car." I'm like, I'm drinking beer, but yeah, all right, let's go.
It's not doing the trick.
Yeah. So we go back there and just roll up just a Makers and Coke or whatever, and then I'm double fisting it with Makers and Coke and beer. But at least I don't alternate back and forth. I'd let the beer sit until I finished one, and then I went back to the other one. It was perfectly fine. I'm a pro, so I did not.
Fine.
Yeah. But I did tell Derek, I was like, what? I was like, Jan, what he drinks? He drinks Gentleman's Jack. He's like, I've heard of that. I've never really drank that. I was like, you know what he does, right? Every time there's like he is going to drink Gentleman's Jack, he basically informs his wife, like, hey, I think I'm going to be a gentleman today.
Yeah.
Just kind of giving you a heads up of what's fixing to transfer.
I'm going to get trashed.
I'm going to be a Gentile today.
A gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi ho.
Yeah.
And then I just,
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember some nights giving you a ride home in the back of the golf cart. We were just like,
So-
good luck getting in your house.
So one of the funniest, I guess, events that transpired, and I apologize, Laura, for saying this. So Dusty has outfitted his bathroom with a bidet. Yeah.
Dusty, you're so weird.
no. Hey, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
It's so
like where this
this
is
is the night before New Year's Eve, where everybody's trashed, and so it's like maybe like 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning or whatever it is. Laura's got to go to the bathroom, so she goes, and Emma tails off with her. So in their little half bath that they have, it's got the little vanity and mirror. So Laura's going to the bathroom, and all of a sudden Emma's just like, checking herself out in the mirror, whatever she's doing, whatever. And then she turns on. I was like, oh, what's that? And all of a sudden she's like, boom,
Clicks
presses a button. And it just whoosh, just right up in there. And the funny part is they didn't know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they just kept pressing buttons and
Doesn't
turning
go
stuff.
off by
and-
itself?
No, it does not.
I guess you can't just jump up because then water's going everywhere.
Yeah, it's just going to boom. Yeah, right.
Laura was like, okay, stop. No,
She's
wait,
like, turn
just
it
go
off,
out,
turn
Emma."
it off. But it's like a good 30 seconds of just water squirting up before they figured out how to actually turn this bidet off. Yeah,
Jesus, dude.
I know. Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
That just, what do you say to that?
I don't know.
So what did Laura say about it? Was she like, that was awful, or was she like,
She come back, her hair's all wet.
Yeah, that's pretty okay. Or
she didn't say she was a fan. Right. She didn't say she was like, our house is not loaded up with them.
Right.
We got to get one of these damn bidets. These things are awesome.
At first, I hated it, but after a while,
it's a water fountain. Look at that.
Yeah. So I had to, and not to. I was like, oh, when I used the bathroom, I was like,
did you push the button?
Let me try it out.
Of course he did,
bro.
Let me try it out.
Curiosity.
I'm here. Let me just see. And my first thought was,
James,
is the water heated, or is it just going to be straight cold ass pipe water just hitting your
You think
starfish?
they have a little heater there? Okay, don't say starfish.
What, James? I don't want to talk about your first experience on the bidet.
I do a little bit. Go on.
It was. I mean,
He went to the bathroom 17 more times that day.
He's like,
No.
James, get out of the bathroom. No, it's fine. I just want to stay in here for a while.
Yeah. Oh, I have an upset tummy. I had cheese.
Right.
He walks out. Can I have some more cheese?
Yeah, right.
Dusty's water bill, just like the little meters
Ticker.
going. zzz. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, all right. I didn't use it anymore, so I like the cold water.
Yeah, James.
Yeah.
It's not what I would
Sorry,
be saying
guys.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
fine.
I apologize to the podcast. I apologize to the listeners out there for sharing
should
the stupid
apologize.
story.
The brisketeers.
Should apologize. Hey, no, it's phenomenal. Listen. If I told every stupid story I've ever had an encounter with a bidet, we'd be here for a while. Okay, so like I've done some stupid stuff. So just see how they work, right? So I'm not even sitting on them, right? I just want to see what happens.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, a
What's
lot, man.
actually wrong
Yeah,
with you?
start spraying the ceiling. You're like, shit, man.
Those things
Yeah.
really spray. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're gonna get clean, they have to have some pressure
You
behind
got to
them.
get on it.
All right, man, my first experience with the bidet, and that's not the first experience, but first
you're a
experience
pro.
with a bidet that I did not use. It was over at Marcus and Christine's house. They had one in there.
They did.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I didn't
And
know
I
that.
used the bathroom, and it confused the shit out of me because I didn't know how to flush the damn toilet. And I'm like, well, which button do you press to flush the toilet? Because there's all these different buttons on the side. It wasn't just like the one Dusty had, where it's like there's a pressure,
A knob.
Yeah, this one had like all these buttons, and I'm like, well, how do you do? I just stood up and peed in the toilet. I was like, how do you flush the toilet? Why this is so weird? I'm in the bathroom
Did
for like
you spray
5
yourself?
minutes.
That's what left it there.
No. I'm in
If
the
it's
bathroom
yellow,
for 5
let it
minutes.
mellow.
Yeah, and I'm like, how do you flush the toilet? And then I'm like, goddamn, dude, you're an idiot. Like, just flush the fucking toilet. It's like
It's a knob.
the knob.
The regular.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm a moron.
You are.
I am dumb. So
Okay.
that's why everybody loves me, right?
It is.
We do.
Well, not because
We
you're a
do.
moron, because you're awesome.
We do.
Barbecue. I mean, is there any barbecue talk tonight?
You know, smoking meats isn't just cooking, it's an art form. The aroma, those deep flavors, the patience, it's a whole experience.
And behind every great artist, there's the right set of tools. If you're aiming to build your own barbecue pit or dreaming of a custom design tailored just for you, smokerbuilder.com has your back.
Led by Frank Cox, their expertise is unmatched. Offering blueprints, kits, and insights, they turn every barbecue dream into a flavorful reality.
Imagine your backyard, the center of attention, and at the heart of it, a smoker that's uniquely yours.
It's more than just equipment. It's about crafting those unforgettable moments. And with the guidance of Frank and his team, you're setting the stage for magic.
So whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or taking your first steps into the smoky world,
Head over to smokerbuilder.com, fill up your carts, and be sure to use the promo code GRABTHEBRISKET in all caps to receive your 10% discount. Smoke on.
threw down some ribs last night, used the Chicks That Smoke spicy rub, mind blown.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chicks That Smoke spicy barbecue all-purpose rub, dude, it is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, if you folks have not given it a shot, you need to.
Honestly, your barbecue will thank you.
Chicks That Smoke, it's at SUCKLEBUSTERS.com.
You know, whether it's a casual backyard grilling session or high-pressure world barbecue competition, one thing's certain. The drink by your side needs to be ice cold.
Absolutely. And that's where Yeti coolers come in. Every time I'm grilling in my backyard, I trust Yeti to keep things cold.
And in the midst of barbecue competitions, with all that heat and intensity, Yeti's a game changer, ensuring those drinks stay chilled.
So whether you're perfecting the burger flip or aiming for barbecue gold, Yeti's got your back. Here's to cooler moments, no matter where you grill.
Cheers.
Hey, you there. We've got a question for you. Are you tired of clickbait stories and the loudest voices driving discussions in culture and entertainment?
If so, I'm Dylan.
I'm Kendall.
And I'm Corey. And we host the podcast From the Middle. We're middle-class guys living in the middle of America, in the middle chapters of our lives with points of view somewhere in the middle.
We take a more reasonable and centrist approach in our discussions covering genres like comedy, culture, entertainment, and interviews with really interesting folks like business owners, comic creators, doctors, news anchors, New York Times best-selling illustrators, professional stand-up comics, and more. We really value a relaxed and conversational podcast, one that we hope is so fun and laid back, you'll forget you're not actually hanging out with us.
So search at From the Mid Pod, just like it sounds, or check us out everywhere you can find podcasts.
And now it's time for Frank Knows What's Wrong With It. As always, send in your questions to 434-829-2299 or shoot us an email at info@grabtheminthebrisket.com.
Hey guys, Frank Cox here. I'm back with another question, and this one's from Tony T. He asks, how big should a firebox be compared to the cooking chamber? And that's a great question, Tony. So I'll tell you right now, it depends on what kind of smoker you're talking about. I'm going to assume you're talking about an offset smoker, which is kind of the most popular stick burner, and that's one design that most people ask that question about. So as far as that goes, if we're talking about an offset or reverse flow smoker, the general rule of thumb passed down to us by the guys that did this way before us, design-wise, and also a guy named Alien Barbecue back in the day that created the first calculator, which was a spreadsheet. Most of us based our numbers on that to start with. And according to that, it should be 30% the volume of the cook chamber. So volume, length times width times height, or if you're a cylinder, it's area of the circle times the length, right? And so different shapes have different ways of calculating that. But whatever that number comes up to, it's going to be a number in cubic feet. And then you would take that number times 30%. That's going to get you darn close. Now, the guys like us that have taken that as the beginning point and moved into like our own designs and stuff like that, like we at Smoker Builder have our way of doing things. And it depends on what style of pit you're building, reverse flow or offset. We've actually taken the time to make notes and calculations and decide like what is the optimum size. So for instance, smokerplans.net is my website where I've got over 240 designs, plans for sale that we have designed over the years for all different types of smokers. On an offset smoker or a reverse flow smoker, my favorite number is what we refer to as 100, like it'll be a percentage differential. Mine's 103%. That's the number I personally shoot for. What that basically means is 30% of that volume is 100%, the right number. So what I do then is if it's smaller than 30%, it's going to say 80% or 90% on that differential, which is a smaller number than 100. If it's more than that, it's going to be like 103. That means I'm slightly bigger than the minimum, 30% being the standard minimum design criteria. So if you want to run your own numbers and see where you stand out, you can go to my website, bbqpitcalculator.com. That website is completely free and you can enter in your numbers on there. And then if you really need help figuring it all out, we have a free forum called Smoker Builder U, Smoker Builder, the letter U.com, and you can join that for free. Matter of fact, there's a whole bunch of nuts in there like me that do nothing but play with these numbers and figure out like how to tweak things. And if you're having poor results, help you fix them. So if you want to join Smoker Builder U, it's totally free. You can get on in there and post pictures of your situation, get expert advice and some feedback, even from me, and we'll help you fine-tune the numbers. So anyway, bbqpitcalculator.com will help you run your numbers. Great question, Tony, and those are my favorite kind. Anyway, send in questions if you want to be like Tony and get entered into these giveaways that we're doing with Grab 'em in the Brisket. I think you're going to have a lot of fun if you win. So see you later.
Grabbing the brisket.
Beer review. Hey, I'm a singer now. A little bit of a piano bar singer now.
I can tell you, as we're fixing to roll into this beer review, I did bust out a sixer of the Martin House Puppy Chow.
Oh, throwing it back
to LaGrange, and I can tell you right now, everybody loved it.
Did they? Yeah, we rated that pretty high too. I don't know if it's still in our top 10, but it was for a while.
I think it fell off, but
did it? Yeah, that's a good beer.
Left Hand
Brewing.
Brewing.
Good beer.
Left Hand Brewing.
Yep. James and I picked this up when we were going to get our Christmas beers, but it was a peanut butter milk stout, and I could not pass it up, so I went ahead and bought it. Left Hand Brewing peanut butter milk stout. Yeah, has a little Reese's looking cups on it. 6.2 alcohol by volume.
25
IBUs.
That means it's going to be bitter as shit.
IBUs. Brewed on the banks of the mighty St. Vrain.
Left Hand or one of these. Can we get these brewers to make a beer made out of Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
And can we call it like E.T. or...
Yeah, we can do whatever you want, James. If you
or we could have it peanut butter flavored and have it like be really
Left
good.
Hand Brewing,
just, like actually use real peanut butter.
Longmont, Colorado, USA. On the St. Vrain, man. That's kind of cool. I like that. Banks of the mighty St. Vrain. So it's a river, in case you're wondering.
Yeah.
This looks badass. I think I had some Left Hand Brewing or beer when I was in Colorado and Denver. Perhaps.
I wanted to bring this up real quick. I meant to bring it up in the barbecue news, and then again when Kell was talking about us helping other up and coming podcasts, whatever. Our friend Bill Purvis, Chicken Fried Barbecue, is starting a podcast.
There it is,
a live show / podcast, and he actually, I reached out to him. I was like, hey, I want to support you. I want to let people know about it, and he was immediately like, hey, do you have time to make a call? So we talked for a few minutes the other day, and he asked some questions and whatnot. But it's called Chicken Fried. Chicken Fried with Chicken Fried. It's a podcast, and I don't know that they have a date of the first show yet. When they do, we'll let you know. But it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. He obviously knows a shit ton about barbecue.
This guy's winning competitions left and right, killing it.
And he did tell me he's going to focus a lot on, obviously, competition barbecue, but the guests he has on, he's going to get a lot of like newcomers, up-and-comers, folks that have only been in it a few years, try to get them to really share some knowledge, because, you know, sometimes you get the folks that have been doing this for a long time, and they don't want to share anything.
Yeah, salty.
So,
get off my grass.
Sounds exciting.
Put some mayonnaise on it.
Yeah.
We'll probably get him on again to talk about it, but I'm just excited for it. So.
No, definitely, yeah. Let us know, man. He's always welcome. He's phenomenal. Can we talk about this beer real quick?
We can definitely talk about this beer.
It smells phenomenal. I mean...
this beer smells good. It smells like real peanut butter.
It smells like a damn Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah, it doesn't smell like Reese's Pieces.
Okay, think about if you opened up a Reese's peanut butter cup package and just waft it, right? Just waft it. Oh, God. That's what it smells like.
It's a wafter for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong on this? James?
He's thinking about it. I don't know.
James, are you just, where are you at, man? Where's your head at?
Smells like peanut butter.
Yeah, it's fine. Can't talk to you anymore. There's chocolate in there. You can smell the chocolate.
Yeah.
Go. Ready to go.
This is good. This is a good beer. I like this.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Damn. That's really good.
This is really good. This is really smooth.
This reminds me of almost a Tasty AF, but...
Zero bite.
Zero.
Yeah.
This is like 12 IBUs.
Yeah, super smooth, chocolatey, peanut buttery.
There's a little coffee at the end, right?
There might be a little something, cacao bean or something. Yeah,
it's chocolate, right?
Yeah.
That's what it is, cacao.
Yeah.
Cacao. Yeah, it's fine. Say it, tomato, potato. James, what do you think?
It's a good beer.
Okay.
Give it a sure.
Oh, God damn
You know
it.
what?
James, you're
you
first.
go last.
No, he's first. I want to hear it.
All right.
Everybody knows the rules. One more drink.
It is. Hey, we used to call this 90-second beer review until we got
7 minutes
until
long.
we got hate shamed by this people out of somewhere in America. They're like, "Oh, we trademarked that. You can't say that anymore."
Yeah.
I'm not even joking you.
Their views are down.
Did they really have a trademark?
Yeah.
They've reached out to us.
Yeah, he said you can't do it anymore.
They were super nice about it. He's giving them shit, but they were super nice.
No, they were nice because it was also a cease and desist, right?
Basically, yes.
Yeah. Hey, so I wanted to call ours the 9T second, so 9T second beer review. I'm like, I'm not calling 90. I'm calling it 9T.
I said 91.
Yeah. So I talked about that. Give me a 91 second beer review. I still think we should be calling this damn thing a 90-second beer review. We never went 90 seconds, by the way. It was always like 5 minutes.
Yeah, at least.
But that's what the best part about this, the whole shtick was, until they ruined it like a little bees. And by the way, we're driving traffic to them. Just to let you know.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready to get into this, guys.
Go, James.
Yeah, we're waiting for you.
I like it. It's not as stout as I would like it.
Yeah.
Okay. You want a little more boozy?
No. And let me
more IBUs.
Let me rephrase this. Not really concerning about the alcohol content level. I'm just talking about the stout. Because they're saying it's a milk stout. It is very just light in color. I think a stout's a being that like just dark myrtle.
Hey,
Myrtle Beach.
Very dark and myrtle. You know what I mean? You ever been on a myrtle?
Motor oil like. This seems a little bit lighter in color. Amber-ish.
It's a dark amber.
Correct.
Yeah.
It tastes good. It's not bitter. Like I saw the 25 IBUs. I thought it'd be a little bit more bitter than what it is, but I'm missing a little something from it. I'm not really sure what.
I would like probably a little bit more, like 33 IBUs. A little more bitterness to this would probably lend well, just for me.
Yeah. I'm going to go probably just solid, just 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
For this beer?
Yeah.
Take another drink, James.
Yeah, probably one more. That'll fix it.
I love how he just keeps drinking. You already got your score in. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, you can't change it now.
Can't change it now.
You done
put it in
fucked
there,
up, bro.
Sorry, man.
It is what it is.
You just spent your wad.
Yeah, I have zero complaints about this beer. This thing is smooth and chocolatey. Could it be a little bit more, like James is saying, a little more complex with the flavor or whatever? Yeah, probably. But
it's almost kind of a light stout.
It is. It is a little bit light. You're right. It is very easy to drink. Call it a stout. If they had called this a porter or something, we'd be like, oh, this is money. But as a stout,
I don't know about that.
It is very easy to drink. Most stouts, you're right. You're expecting a little more bite or something.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. This is really good. I'm going to go 9.1. This is really good.
9.1?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. 7.5, 9.1. And I do agree with both of you, though, by the way. You could chug the beer.
100% you could.
The beer is so smooth, you could drink the hell out of it.
Dip my Oreos in it.
Yeah, you could.
I probably should.
You have another one?
I have 3 more.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Tonight, go home, take a video.
Wait for that video, folks.
Yeah.
It's coming.
But honestly, I think this is exactly what they say it is. They didn't say stout. Mm-hmm. They said it's a milk stout. And that's what you're getting, right?
Right.
It's not false advertising. They delivered on this. 9.1's a little crazy, though.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's too much?
No, just a little crazy.
I'm a little crazy.
7.5, 9.1, milk stout. Did their job.
I'm just wondering, did they use like
not a liar,
like Reese's Pieces?
Yeah, of course.
I mean Reese's peanut butter cup, or did they use like that off-brand peanut butter
not.
cups?
The ones from Trader Joe's or some shit.
Yeah,
I hope not.
I'm a 9.5
because they got it in bulk.
9.5 guys.
They have a nitro version of this. Did you know that?
This is a 9.5 beer.
9.5.
9.5.
You're higher than me.
Yeah.
You're giving me a shit about.
No, I just said it's crazy, but I'm crazy. This is a 9.5 beer. This is a really good beer.
I agree.
It's not a. It's a beer that I could have one. I could have two. I don't feel like it's heavy. I don't feel like this is a. The alcohol by volume is 6 point. What is this? 6.5.
Yeah.
6.2.
Yeah.
This is a great alcohol beer. Yes. Talking about. You could put this in your cereal and just eat your cereal at the point. Yeah. This
Reese's Puffs.
Done.
Oh, God.
Done.
So good.
Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah.
Any of the chocolatey or peanut buttery. Yeah.
You can put this in Rice Krispies and make them Cocoa Pebbles. You know what I mean? I'm just saying this thing is, it's phenomenal. This is a great beer. Yeah. Winner chicken.
Yeah. First person to do that, by the way, buy this particular beer and put it in a cereal, make a video and tag us. I'll send you a t-shirt.
What is it?
Send you a t-shirt.
So the first person
to make a video with cereal
left
with
hand
this instead of
left
milk.
hand brewing, the peanut butter milk stout, eating your cereal, take a picture, send it to us, get some swag.
Yep.
Get some swag.
Yep. Total Wine, by the way.
Okay. There it is. Got swag coming to you.
Hey, you wouldn't want them to try the milk stout?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just a milk stout. There's no peanut butter or chocolate in that one.
Nope.
I mean, I guess you could, but I really like to see the peanut butter
No, either one. I tell you, either one. You do the milk stout or the peanut butter.
First idiot
milk
to
stout.
pour beer in their cereal and video themselves
doing it. It's happening. You're getting some swag.
I don't give a shit. Any kind of beer. Doesn't do it.
Yeah.
See your Coors Light with your Cheerios.
No.
We've all been there.
Right. I'm talking about Foster's.
My stomach is bubbling.
Hey, so I was talking to a guy about like Australia and whatever else, and he goes, man, it was cool, man. But the weird thing about Australia is you're in a hotel and it's it's 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, and he goes, the weirdest thing was you're going down to eat some breakfast because you got to go to work. He said, you have businessmen sitting there eating breakfast. They're drinking these fucking 24-ounce Fosters, just slamming them. Good day, sir.
Good day, mate.
They're just drinking
That's
Fosters
what I'm talking about.
and then going off to work. They're all wearing suits and shit. I'm like, Jesus, dude. He goes, dude, it was wild.
Do we live in Australia? I feel like we should be going to Australia and just having maybe a podcast over there.
You're getting good, James.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it was like that in Ireland. I went to Ireland. And they were drinking beers with like breakfast.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Weird.
Gotta get your carbs in.
Dark beer.
Why are we so weird? Right? Are we the weird ones? Because we're so regimented, and we have to go work our 8 hours before we can do anything. You know what I mean? It's like,
could you
in
imagine fueling up for a couple of beers and then
always
going to work
Dude.
and having to deal with some stupid shit and not popping off and going like, "Fuck you,
What?
Just Prowls."
I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah. No, I think that makes it. I think it's what you need, right? You need a little bit of a, get a little, right?
Let's do it.
Hey, Cam, I got to talk to you for a second. You've been drinking? Hey, you've been drinking?
I did get it, and I know we're fixing to probably close this
we
out a
gotta
little
close it
bit.
out. We're an hour.
We got a barbecue fail first.
An hour and 38 minutes
I
over
did
here.
get
We just ran the whole gauntlet in 1 month in this damn podcast.
Mm-hmm. Right. I did get of course, I got promoted supervisor.
Let's go, supervisors.
I got a package in the mail today, and I was like, ooh, what's this? And so I was like, shit, somebody dropped it off on the shipping and receiving. He's like, hey, you got something? I was like,
Cheese of the Month
what is
Club.
This? I didn't order anything.
Jam of the month.
Jam of the month.
Is it a bomb? Is it one of those little? I opened it up and I was like, okay, let me check this out. And I immediately pulled it out, and it's one of those like decorative, like just boxes. I was like, oh, I know what this is. Like my anniversary is coming up with my job, and every milestone you get like this little plaque, and that's what the box is. And then I'm like, these cheap bastards, they're just sending it to you. Like before, it would go to your boss, and your boss would basically hold a meeting, and then like, hey,
take it to work tomorrow.
James has this came to work.
Hold your own meeting.
James is like, James just got 15 years with the company, blah, blah, blah.
Hold your own meeting.
You should 100%.
Shake the hand or whatever.
I need to call a meeting.
Yeah,
No. So I'm like, look, I was like, I know I got my 20 years coming up, like now. I was like, did they just mail that to me and just like, happy 20? And then I opened it up and I was like, it was one of my direct reports. They were at 15. I was like, oh, I guess I got to do that now.
You opened their present?
Yeah.
Jesus, you put it back together. Like, oh shit, put it back together real quick.
No, yeah, I put it back in the box. I was like, shit, I guess I have to do that. I was like, first a minute, I was like,
it's all about you, James.
Right?
Yeah. Damn it.
It's just me.
Wow,
Yeah.
James, just wow.
I do, I guess tomorrow. Today or tomorrow, 20 years with my organization.
Congratulations.
20 years.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's cool. Not a lot of people
cheers.
doing that anymore.
No.
Cheers.
Hey, and he just got fired for opening somebody else's mail.
Right. Yeah, right.
It was addressed to me.
How was
It's
your
a
last
federal
day?
offense.
Yeah.
We do have a
Barbecue fail.
barbecue fell. Who wants to read this real quick?
I'll do it. Okay. Hello. Last week I competed in the DuPont KCBS barbecue competition and submitted my pork entry when it was supposed to be ribs. So ribs were a DQ, and my team already ate the money muscle to extend that the only thing I had left was the rejects of the rejects. I quickly sliced it up, dressed it up, and turned it in, and earned an 18th out of 30th. But the mistake ruined my cook. I had nothing left and scored a 30 out of 30 dead-ass last brisket following. just too disappointed, but a free rub would try and turn this week around.
Wow,
so
Red Beard's
just
barbecue.
Hey, just too disappointed, but a free wood. Team.
wood.
Hey,
We're
what
so
are you typing over here, dude? But a free rub
That says rub.
to try would help turn this week around. Thank you, Scott, Bramhall, Red Beards.
Bramhall.
Yeah, I know. Red Beards Barbecue. Dude, bro, you know what you just got?
We should have read that together. That was difficult.
You know what you just got? You got some Suckabusters. Everybody wants some Suckabusters. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm always a big fan of Chicks That Smoke, but look at everything that Suckabusters puts out because it is phenomenal, and they have some great rubs. This little 6.2% alcohol by volume, 25% IBUs are kicking my ass.
It might have been the 8 beers before that too. But that's rough. You turning your pork for the ribs.
Yeah, right.
And then you ain't got no ribs, and then you ain't got no pork.
Yeah,
So
you just burned yourself.
You're fucked up.
You burned yourself.
And then you're so pissed off that your brisket. I don't know what happened there. You have no excuse for the
Can we talk about this a little bit?
No excuse for the brisket.
Yeah. What happened to the brisket?
Scott's definitely getting a bottle of rub. But let's talk about this a little bit. What happened to the brisket? What are you doing for brisket to get 30 for 30? Like, this is not an ESPN special here.
He said,
what are you
I had
doing?
nothing left, but I don't know what that means.
Did it just not finish?
18 and 30, but the mistakes ruined my cook. So it's like, listen, it's what I envision.
Overwhelmed, basically.
That's what I envision. Like, it's like, fuck it, right? Fuck it. And it became a thing. Like, I'm not going to get it anyways. I'm not going to hit the top, whatever. And I'm not saying.
Did he get pissed off? He's like,
100%.
Yeah,
drink a beer. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Open that beer.
Throw the brisket on the Weber.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
I've seen people throw their briskets in the street. James, I've seen what this does to people.
It was Jan.
No, it wasn't. But I've seen people take their briskets and throw it in the street and go, F you. I'm not turning shit in, right? And I said to people spent a lot of money on like Calcuttas and everything else, right? So what I'm saying is, like, that is a hard pill to swallow, right? And we've been there. We've been there as a group, turning in, but not because
could have been that one guy go.
It's a timetable.
Scott, at least we got brisket.
Yeah,
and he's like, oh yeah, we got brisket.
Yeah,
how's brisket in the street?
Yeah, street brisket, motherfucker. Right? Yeah. No. So or
mental breakdown,
or it's the opposite, right? Or it's the I'm not going to hit it. I'm not going to put all my energy into this. I'm going to start just hanging out and whatever. And it is what it is at this point, right? And obviously, I don't think he did that. But we have been there, and we have been at a point where we're turning in a protein. And I think it was me that was like, hey, man, ribs are up. Let's go, right? And we're like, we plated ribs, and it was like chicken time or something.
Oh, yeah. We've definitely done the running back and forth with the wrong damn box.
Wrong box. Yeah. The wrong box has always got, not always, but it's gotten us a couple of times. But even then, we actually scored well in those times, or somewhat well enough. Mm-hmm. Nothing that was like,
dead ass last.
Dead ass last, Scott. I'll just tell you that. I'm just kidding. No, but listen, it has affected the cooks, and it affects everything. It's a chain reaction. It affects everything else downhill. And truthfully, if he's turning in the pork by this point, the brisket's already done. So it was a thing, right?
It was resting. Hopefully,
all that means is it wasn't your day, and we've all been there. We've all been where what? Nothing you do is right. But Scott, you want some rubs.
More disappointed with himself that it really doesn't matter what we say. But all I can say is, hey, reach out to us. Got any questions? You need any help? Or we'd love to learn what you did with the brisket. Maybe we can throw.
So we don't do that, or what?
Yeah, so we don't want to do that. But honestly, not anything.
Lessons are lessons.
Yeah,
just kidding, Scott.
So hey, we appreciate you sharing, and this actually helps people out, right?
100%.
Listen, well, we're not perfect. We've lost plenty,
yeah.
Right?
We had competitions where we had a ball of tinfoil underneath our brisket,
right?
And we're just sawing through the brisket
and the tinfoil.
And like, why isn't it cutting through the brisket?
It feels tough.
Freaking tinfoil.
Listen, I don't want to talk about this too much, and I know we brought this up before, but let's bring this up again. And these are tips and tricks of the trade of keeping your brisket. A lot of people put a piece of wood underneath, or they'll put something underneath your brisket.
From puddling.
That's right. You don't want to puddle. I'm gonna tell you what I'll never do. I'll never put tinfoil, because tinfoil will stick to your meat, and when you pull it off, you'll think that, hey, I've got a great, but the tinfoil is still underneath it when you go to slice. It was a rookie mistake on our part. It's something that we don't do very often, and that's why we weren't really just looking for it.
Right.
But it definitely bit us in the ass because nobody wants shaved tinfoil when you're trying to take a slice.
Yeah. Although it does make a nice little sparkle in
it
the
does.
brisket.
What is that, glitter? What is
Shimmery.
that? Hey, what is that? Like
shine bright
perforated
like a
bowels?
diamond?
I don't know.
Like a Taylor Swift concert.
Hey, so listen, we've been there, we've done that, and thanks for sharing, Scott. We appreciate you, brother.
And this
Nope.
No.
It just does, James.
does not
Yeah.
conclude the grabbing the brisket. So what's on the deck, guys?
That's it.
That's it. That's the end of our deck.
That's it.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to close it out.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
you don't have to do that.
We're at the end of the deck. Yeah.
You know what I want to say?
Yeah.
I just want to say it's
It's been great talking barbecue with you.
yeah, oh,
Yeah.
James.
You're not supposed to say it. James was
I was pointing at him.
freaking awkward
You
now. Why
sound-
did you do that?
Hey, listen,
You said beautifully.
I just want to
Cheers.
say, hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. It means a lot to us. You have no idea. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Smoke on. As we close out, big thanks to SmokerBuilder.com and the NBBQA for their unwavering support.
Absolutely. And cheers to Barbecue News Magazine, SUCKLEBUSTERS, and Dow Strong Knives for their contributions.
And you know Yeti always has our back, and Cooling Nation ensures our drinks stay perfectly cold.
Lastly, props to Cambro Manufacturing and, of course, the Spicy Nut, the Chicks of Smoke Seasoning. Thanks to all for powering this show.
Until next time, keep smoking.